Welcome to week 3. We spent week 1 learning about the history of out-of-school time and the incredible expansion of federal and state support that happened in the late 1990s. We then spent week 2 exploring the context in which these programs currently operate in terms of the readiness of youth in this country to compete in the workplace. This week we are going to look at some theoretical frameworks for understanding context, as well as some other factors that impact youth on a daily basis, including Bronfenbrenner's bioecological theory, the impact of sociocultural factors on participation, and the impact of developmental factors on engagement. Let's first take a look at the broadest context in which children and youth are impacted by the world around them. Yuri Bronfenbrenner is best known for developing the ecological systems theory, which serves as a framework for understanding how everything in a child and the child's environment affects how a child grows and develops. He labeled different aspects of or levels of the environment that influence children's development, including the microsystem, the mesosystem, the exosystem, and the macrosystem. As you look at the center of this diagram, you can see that the immediate environment that the child lives in is the microsystem. It includes the closest relationships that the child has, including family or caregivers and their school or even after-school programs. How these groups or organizations interact with the child will have an effect on how the child grows. Of course, the more encouraging and nurturing these relationships and places are, the better the child will be able to grow. It is important to note that this theory also takes into account that how a child acts or reacts to these people in the microsystem will affect how they treat her or him in return. Bronfenbrenner's next level, the mesosystem, described how the different parts of a child's microsystem work together or don't work together for the sake of the child. For example, if a child's caregivers take an active role in a child's school, such as going to parent-teacher conferences and watching their child's soccer games, this will help ensure the child's overall growth. The exosystem level includes the larger socio-ecological factors that have a large effect on the child, even though the child may not directly interact with them. For example, if a child's parent experiences a chronic illness, that may have negative effects on the child if her parents are unable to pay rent or to buy groceries. However, if her parent receives a promotion and a raise at work, this may have a positive effect on the child because her parents will be better able to give her her physical needs. Bronfenbrenner's final level is the macrosystem, which is the largest and most remote set of people and things to a child, but which still has a great influence over the child. The macrosystem includes things such as socioeconomic status, relative freedoms permitted by the national government, cultural values, the economy, wars, etc. These things can also affect a child either positively or negatively and shapes the values and beliefs of a person. The chronosystem represents the environmental events and transitions that occur throughout a child's life, including any socio-historical events, such as 9/11. The first reading for the week by Deborah Vandell and other authors will go more into depth about Bronfenbrenner's bioecological theory. Read the selected pages and then think about how macrosystems such as social class and culture influence youth experiences in out-of-school time programs. After doing the reading, you should be able to answer the following. How do macrosystems, such as social class, culture, ethnicity, and immigration, influence youth experiences in out-of-school time programs?